I'm looking for Alan. If I is Alan, then you're the one. This is Juliet Anderson, 653-2484. Did you call me this evening or today? It's rather important. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
No, I wasn't home, but, I was just out for a short while.
Well, I didn't get back to you because life has been very chaotic in the fast lane.
I see. Your messages are
even in the slow lane.
Your messages are something else.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I still try to have a sense of humor, so... Oh, boy. Where are you? Do you sound like you're calling from far away?
Yeah, it sounds like I'm far away, right. Yeah, I'm in New York, believe it or not.
You're in New York now?
Yes. But one of the reasons why I was trying to reach you ahead of time is because I'm going to be back in San Francisco next week. I have a flight on Monday, so...
Okay.
So I wanted to get some leads ahead of time. I was
Sure.
trying to reach Tigger, but I don't know where she is.
She got busted in New York.
Is she stuck somewhere?
I don't know. I have a call-in. That's funny. I have a call-in right now to find out what actually happened to her. I know they all went to jail. Isn't that a bummer?
I know. Ronnie
Did you
Hyatt.
hear that?
Ronnie Hyatt was talking about it on a set that I was at recently, and he told me that he didn't mention Tigger in particular, but he told me that 4 people from California got thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have New York IDs.
Yeah, that was her.
Oh, God.
Are you making a film there?
Not right now.
Were you?
Yeah, Chris Covino.
Oh, you work for Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
He's a great person to work for.
Yeah, I know. He's real nice. I haven't worked for him, but I know him. I mean, we've had quite a few drinks together before. There's a shoot on right now, but I don't know what's going to be coming up in the next week and a half.
Yeah.
Yes, I do agent work, but sort of sporadically because I can't do it all by myself, and I'm traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So when I'm gone, nobody minds the office.
Where do you travel to?
Well, I was in Washington, and I was in Denver, and I was back up in Washington again. I'm going to be 2 weeks in Toronto. I'm opening a nightclub there. Engagement.
What were you doing in Washington?
I was doing personal appearances, and then I was backpacking.
Ah.
I actually took a vacation this
Did
year.
you, are you working there for Herbert Cole?
No, for Roger Forbes.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Yeah, well, he's real good to work for. Oh, God.
He's not the guy who owns the Biograph Theater, is he?
The what?
The Biograph Theater? No,
No.
I guess not.
He owns 9 theaters. Oh, I know.
Well, it could be one of them then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I called you because...
Because something this weekend?
Yeah, something's happening this
Yeah,
weekend.
that's too bad, because I would almost just as soon have had planned it to come up earlier, but...
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's a television documentary they're doing on the X-rated film business and a special on me. And I'm having people that I want to be in my film there to be part of the thing. So I'm trying to round up people to spur of the moment sort of thing. Video West is doing a special, which is kind of exciting. It's a 15-minute thing on Afterglow Productions and Juliet Anderson and what I'm trying to do in this business. So...
Reach a female audience is one of the things, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. But listen, this is long distance for you,
Well,
and really
yeah.
wanted you to call right back with that particular thing.
Okay.
But, there will be other things in the future, so.
Great. Well,
I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't be in the film just because of this.
Oh,
and
sure.
I have not done the film yet. It's just that there are too many other things.
It's been postponed more.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I had to put it on a back burner.
Sure. Well, listen, when will you be in Washington again?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to Toronto.
Okay.
The end of the month.
You're finished with Washington.
For now.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I am there quite often, too, so we could meet there, but it's too bad I didn't know you were there when you were there, because I was probably there at the same time.
Oh, for God's sake, yeah.
Right.
Well, anyway...
And the other thing is, I don't know if you would have any... be able to help on this. I'm looking for a roommate for my Post Street apartment.
Yeah, I got that message, and I don't know anybody right now. How large is it?
It's very, very small, so it would probably only be good for either someone who's just passing through, who just
Right.
wants to stay there temporarily until they find something else, or maybe somebody like me who is on the East Coast quite often and wants a permanent place in San Francisco to use whenever he or she is there,
Yeah.
which is basically how I'm using it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
yeah, you need somebody to help pay the bills, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I want to split it in half. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I can understand that, but I don't know anybody right now.
Sure.
If
Okay.
I do, I'll let you know.
Yeah, no big deal. You could if you just someone just happens to stumble in your path.
Yeah. Okay.
You can just say, "Oh yeah, I remember someone."
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember.
Do you know any companies that market X-rated video cassettes in San Francisco besides Astronics or whatever
You
the
mean
name?
that distributes?
Yeah,
Sells.
sells primarily and distributes. Same difference, isn't it?
Well, no, you get things from the distributor and they sell to different stores.
Right. I mean the distributors essentially. I don't mean the retailers. No. I mean places like Wonderful World of Video.
Right.
VCX.
Yeah.
And AVC.
Yeah,
so
right.
forth. Do you know many in
no.
San Francisco?
No.
Right. Okay.
As far as I know, the stuff comes out of L.A. and New York.
Yeah, practically all of it's
Yeah,
LA and New York. Yeah.
I mean, small companies like Home Video Network and
Right.
tiny. Well, why?
Because I would like to get involved with possibly a full-time position with one of those companies, if such a thing exists, and possibly something in sales or something. The ideal would be to head towards management at an organization like that. And I think I kind of have a dual identities.
Yeah.
Two different kinds of backgrounds. I have, of course, exposure to the adult entertainment business, and then at the same time I have marketing experience at a corporation. And I think the two things blended together might make me pretty appropriate for something like that. And I talked to a few people here in New York, and the response was pretty good. I wanted to look in San Francisco too, but I don't know if there's anyone in particular right now, or like you say,
Well,
most
San
of them.
Francisco's a bad place to do that.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
Because most of the companies just aren't there, right?
Yeah, it's real tough to do that stuff here. You got to go to
Yeah.
L.A. or New York. Those are the
Yeah.
places. I mean,
Oh,
like
right.
in New York, they definitely have people they're places that could use you.
Yeah, good.
But if you're gonna live in San Francisco, it's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to keep trying the different things to keep our head above water, right?
Sure. So, have you come out of whatever you were going through?
What I was going through.
Well, when I first called you, you said you were. Well, I forgot what expression you used, but.
When you first called me, at what point? I'm going through this is a crisis period in my life.
Okay, you're going through a crisis period in your life. Okay. Are you recovering okay, or are you?
Well, not today, no.
I see.
I laugh at that because I'm very objective.
Yeah.
I can stand back and look at this, and I realize that it's real important.
Yeah.
Earthquakes are important for the formation of mountains or whatever,
Uh-huh.
but God, it's painful when you're going through it. Oh. And it's just some personal things.
Yeah. Well, does it seem to be a end to the tunnel inside, or?
Well, I can either end it or I can go on with it. Both ways are very difficult.
I see. Well.
Well, it's both business and personal, and it's just something I have to sort out, and I think it'll be okay.
Does it have anything to do with conflicts between being in our business and other businesses at the same time? No, nothing to do with that.
Oh, well,
Okay.
well, I shouldn't say no. I mean, it's just very stressing. It's like I carry the weight of the world on my shoulders sometimes, because it's very hard for people to really understand and sympathize with what I'm trying to do, and how heavy a burden it is to constantly have to be putting on a big smile and charging ahead and trying to climb that mountain, and it's really tough, and it's discouraging, I mean, I keep chipping away at it, but every once in a while it gets a little heavy.
Yeah.
And then combine that with that alone I can deal with, but then combine that with personal, well, I don't say problems, but situations in my life that I just have to decide whether or not I want to make room to be in love, because that's going to be, very important. And I'm struggling with that right now, because I really don't have any time to take to do that, and yet I think I'll be a fool if I don't do that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would possibly go through the same kind of thing myself eventually. I'm not...
Well, this hasn't happened to me in 7 years. And they say every 7 years, the
Did they
turnover.
say? Really?
Oh yeah, every 7 years. That's and it's right on target, the age and everything, and it just kind of turned me upside down and I'm saying, hey, wait a minute, I don't need this right now. Oh, but you can't always choose those things. Falling in love and pregnancies and making fortunes and don't always happen exactly when you want them to. Illnesses and those kind of things. So if I had programmed it, I wouldn't have done it right now. Oh, it's fun.
Well, you seem to be handling it okay.
Well, I have to, don't I?
Sure.
What am I going to do? Cry in my beer?
Well, actually, I'm going through kind of a crisis myself right now.
Like what?
Well, this is going to sound kind of shocking or strange or whatever, but I have a full-time job in Washington, D.C., which is why I mentioned D.C. before. And for the longest, and it's like I've been there a year. And
a full-time job?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not talking about Washington. I'm in the state of Washington.
Yeah, D.C.
No, the state of...
Oh, you were going to the state. Oh, okay.
The state of.
All right.
Okay. You have a full-time job in Washington.
Right.
D.C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now...
Government job?
No, it's not a government job.
Okay.
It's with a company that manufactures typesetting equipment. I'm in the sales department. And I hate it. I hate living there. And I've been fighting the fact that I have to be there for the longest time. And I've been keeping an apartment in New York and commuting to New York every weekend. And then trying to set up myself in San Francisco last summer with a goal in mind that I was going to succeed in getting a different job, see, and so that I could quit the one in D.C. But I didn't succeed in doing that. So, and now I'm on a 2-week leave of absence without pay, which kind of came because things are just reaching a breaking point. I mean, the company has just said, it's either us or your other interests. But my other interests and outside activities, things that I want to do, are just so profound, heavy, and important.
Right. So different.
That I just cannot.
Can't juggle them.
Yeah, I can't. I have to find something new, and that's also the reason behind thinking in terms of the video cassette market.
Right. That might be a better marriage.
Yeah, something a little more compatible. Right.
Exactly.
Right. So.
Oh God, yeah, these are tremendous decisions to make in one's life.
Sure. I mean, but I really feel I know where I want to go in the long run. In other words, I know I don't want the corporate career. I don't want to be one of hundreds or thousands of other computer science people or computer equipment marketing people. I know that I want a little more notoriety than that. And it all goes back to childhood ambitions and childhood dreams, too. And then I know the exhibitionist side of myself. And I mean, it's all very well thought out, exactly what I want, ideally. It's just a matter of being practical for the moment at hand and getting a paycheck next week, basically.
Yeah.
And also not wanting to fully throw myself into the world of the dedicated actor who's starving, right?
Oh, God. It's very difficult to decide what to do with all these things that are happening and these conflicts, in life when you have different needs and desires, and to try to juggle them is what I say.
Right, and I've been juggling it semi-successful for a whole year, mostly because I work for a company that's based in L.A. with a very laissez-faire attitude.
I guess.
Yeah, extremely laissez-faire attitude, so I was able to get away with murder.
Yeah.
But it's not that way anymore because of new honcho, straight-laced regional people that I'm working with now, creating new forms of pressure. Right, you never know what's coming up. So, but I mean, I'm confident that in these 2 weeks that I'm taking a leave of absence, that even if I have to go back to D.C. on the 19th, I'm going to at least have planted some seeds, which will get me out of there once and for all.
Oh, God. I didn't know you lived there. That's really...
Yeah. Well, see, I when I came to San Francisco, I didn't know whether I was going to, whether things would turn around or not, and why tell everyone I'm going to leave, might have to leave in a week, because then I didn't think anyone would see me, So.
I'd like to talk more with you, because you might be, I don't know. See, I'm looking for someone to work with me. I really need someone to work with me as a partner, as a manager, I just can't do everything by myself. That's it. I'm having to work. I'm losing money because I haven't found the person that I want to work with. Understand what I mean? And there's just so much to do with all my fan mail. I've got somebody to handle my fan mail, fortunately. But to really book, me in different places and shows, talk shows, and radio, and personal appearances, and work on films, and just really somebody that I can give some of this stuff to. And I would be willing to discuss this with you if you would be interested in just kind of tossing it around. I don't know if it's what you'd want.
Well,
but this is a new company I have, and the potential is fantastic.
It sounds great. Are you going to be involved? Well, of course you're involved in production. Will you be involved in distribution at all?
No, the distribution. I will sell to distributors.
Right. Okay.
And then I will also have my mail order, which is really growing by leaps and bounds. And all these personal appearances I make, on all these personal appearances, I get more and more fans.
Well, basically, where I stand is anything that would enable me to learn the business of either film production or distribution.
Well, believe me, you would learn it here.
Would be something that I would like. Plus, the added advantage of being able to stay on top of things in the X-rated field would be a plus, too.
You see, I'm really willing to pay somebody, a percentage, because when I do work, I make a lot of money. I get $1,000 a day. Jesus, when I do a film. If I work in a club, I get, let me see, over $500 a day. Plus, if I could have somebody travel with me and handle all the sale of the stuff in the lobby, the concession.
Yeah.
And, do a split with them on that, make gobs of money. I can't do it all by myself. I can't do the show, then run out, autograph pictures, sell my tapes, my posters, my pictures. I'm exhausted, absolutely exhausted. And I haven't found anyone that I would want to work that closely with. I've been looking for the past year. There is good money to be made now, better money to be made in the future. For instance, my film, there is no way this first film can possibly do anything but make money unless the whole country goes under. It's just so it's in the bag. It's just like incredible what I can do with just this first little film. I haven't had anything but very positive, really sort of greedy. Well, be sure you let us know when you get it done, because that kind. But the thing is, I won't let those people finance it. I want to be independent of them, and that's why I'm having a little hang-up on getting money, that I want, people that I want to invest in it.
Right, because you're afraid they'll try to have too much control over it.
Well, control, and also I get a reputation. Yeah, exactly,
right.
For dealing with the old, the old parts.
Right. Yeah, that's good. Just stick to your guns.
Is, Alan, I'm really particular about who I'd work with, because it's not just a job, it's my life. And also, I'm a very strong person, and I've had a lot of business experience, and I know what I want to do, and pretty well in the way I want to do it, but I don't know everything. So I need somebody to fill the gaps. In other words, what I'm strong in, somebody else doesn't have to be, but if I'm weak in something, I need them to do that. And if I don't have information, I just need for them to get it, that kind of thing. See, I'm used to being in a managerial capacity. I'm a Leo, and I'm real dominant, and so I want things to happen now, and this is the way it needs to be done. And and it's been working just fine, except I'm trying to do too much. I just cannot do all of it. And it just angers me that I have to let this stuff go by, because that's not in my world. You got to capitalize on every opportunity that comes along. But I have to be sure that it's someone who's not desperate for money.
Right.
That because
Sure.
in the very beginning, it's a tricky combination or a situation, because in the beginning, you can't make a lot of money because it takes time to build up that network.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do work, I make a lot of money. Like I'm going to Toronto now for 2 weeks. I do 64 shows. I have rights to whatever I sell.
You're not going there. Are you going there next week or the week after?
26th.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
I can make just money hand over fist. I mean, in Canada, they love me to pieces. I mean, they know me. They can't get my films, but they sneak them in, and I'm going to make good money just first of all my show, and then I'm going to have all the stuff I can sell if I can get somebody to help me sell it, that kind of thing. And I always travel alone, and it's very, very difficult. So I just put this out to you. I mean, I don't know you well, but who knows?
Sure.
Things have happened.
Well, that's great. Well, absolutely, we should get together and talk about this.
Yeah, I had a
next week.
Good impression of you when I first met you. And you're kinky. I like that.
Right. Yeah. Well, I come across as very straight. I mean, I can work in a very straight environment because I work for a company that sells million-dollar computer systems, and then.
Well, to me, that's the secret.
Yeah.
You can look straight, look real respectable, and that's the way I look. I cannot have anyone around me that does not have the same sort of image that I do. I mean, that looks like I do, the part, classy and all of that, because you're judged by the company you keep. So it's been extremely difficult. That's why I haven't gotten anybody.
I think the only thing that I would have to deal with, of course, is like cutting the cord from the corporate security and all the benefits.
There's no
immediate
security.
Right, and that's what. But I know that in my heart, breaking away, going into something which is somewhat like entrepreneurial type of activity is what I've been wanting to do. Yeah. So. Well,
maybe you can combine. The thing is to combine. Well, let's say have some sort of assured income.
Right.
But even if you only work a couple days a week,
doing
something, which is hard, but it's
sure.
possible. And then so that you at least have money to pay the bills.
Right.
And then be able to have enough free time to really get to know what's going on in this business. I've been in for 4 years, so I know a lot about the whole network and who to meet and who not to meet. And or let's say it's not worth your time. What the distribution network is. I know quite a bit. And I just would like to be able to put that to more use. It'll happen. It's just going too slowly.
Yeah, right. Are you in Aries by any chance? Pardon?
Who's paying for this phone call?
I am.
I was going to hope somebody else was.
No, that's okay.
Why don't you call me when you get back?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
And we'll get together and talk, and maybe by then I will be a little more calmed down.
Great. Good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you called me back.
Yeah, and good luck with your show this weekend.
Oh, yeah, it'll be okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Juliet.
Hi, Alan Adrian.
Hi, Alan.
Hi.
Where are you calling from?
From New York. I never made it to California. I thought I'd let you know. It appeared that there's a bunch of things for me to do here in New York this week, and nothing came up for me to do in California, so I figured I might as well stay.
Don't worry.
Yeah. No, I just thought I'd let you know.
Oh, thanks.
Good.
Maybe it's better anyway, because I've got so much stuff going on right now.
Okay, fine. But I hope that we can talk about what we were going to talk about.
Definitely. I appreciate your calling and letting me know that your plans have changed, because that's important to me.
Okay, great.
That I maybe a few days down the line, I'd say, hey, wait a minute, he said he was,
Right.
So that's fine.